Okay, hello and welcome. So today I would like to have a little bit of fun discussing this. This little contraption is basically a device to brew coffee at home. It's called the Cafflano Kompact, actually. And it comes in this little nice package. In the package you can store the device itself. That's what the device looks like. You can take it away with you. There's a little pouch compartment inside the case that, in my case, I'm putting some filters in it. The idea of this device, it's a compressible device where we can put our coffee beans inside after grinding them, choosing our preferred grinding method. And then once it's filled, or once we have the amount of coffee that we want, which we're going to use a scale for, and we're going to have our heated water here, we can just brew it on the go, and we can do a fantastic brew at home. I really like this device, and so I thought I'd endorse it. The only issue is this device, a device made in Korea. I bought it from a local coffee brewer. The problem is I couldn't find much online information on how to properly use it, so I thought I'd show you how to do it. After tinkering a little bit and seeing whatever short videos are available on YouTube and on their website, I decided to actually brew a cup of coffee and just put it on video for whoever would like to use the Cafflano Kompact. So this is what the device looks like. It's squeezable, quite fun. So I'm gonna take the cap off, and so this is the cap. It's a metal filter. You can see it on both sides, and that's what the contraption looks like. About 210, maybe 20 mLs are inside, and it's compressible, so you can apply some pressure to extract the coffee at the end. But really it's just a drip sort of coffee brewing. It brews with water. So the way I suggest that this is to be properly used is to have the device and to start heating your water. So I'm going to put an amount of water that is about a cup, and I thought to myself I'd record this and then edit it to make it a shorter video, but I don't think I'll do that because I want you to actually see how long it takes to properly do your whole cup of coffee from start to finish. While the water is heating, I'm going to get this cup and I'm going to get my favorite beans and turn on my scale. I found that 20 grams of coffee beans are good to my taste, so I'm going to put 20 grams. And that is 21. That's 20 grams. And while my water is heating, you can hear the noise in the background. I'm going to go ahead and start grinding my coffee using my Hario grinder. I drop the bean, take that back, and the way I like to grind, I like to hold my handheld grinder steady so I can have a uniform grind. So that should be enough. On this grinder you can use clicks to define the size of the grind that you want. In my case I'm using 18 clicks and I like the size to be quite large. I'm just going to clean that. So I always clean as I go, and that is the best way to keep your equipment fresh all the time. So this water boiled, but you really want water to be at about 90 degrees. And I'm gonna pour a little bit of the extra hot water in the device, and I'm gonna compress it and close it as to heat the device's walls, or heat the device from inside, so that when I come to actually brewing my coffee, it will not be cold, so it won't take away from any of the it won't take away from the heat or the temperature of the water that I actually want. Meanwhile, the water is now just sitting down or simmering down a little bit so that it cools slightly from boiling degree, because I don't want it to be boiling water. And so the device is now hot. You can feel it. It's hot on the inside, and I'm satisfied. So I'm going to put the device on my scale, and on my scale I'm going to go ahead and zero it. So now I have the scale about 0, and remember this was 20 grams, and I want to put a 10-to-1 ratio of water. So I'm going to put roughly 190 mLs or 190 grams of water. So preferably you want to pour over a drip to do this. I'll put just a little bit of water at the beginning, about 20 grams of water, and I'm counting about 30 seconds initially as a pre-infusion sort of action, so that whatever air bubbles inside would actually come up through the brew. So if I can, I'll do that for about 30 seconds. And then I'm gonna start pouring water slowly and uniformly all around, and you will see a nice foaming coming up that shows you the brew. I'm gonna show you what it looks like now. I'm not sure the camera is focusing right, but that's fine. So I'm gonna put water, and I'm gonna put it all around. Measure that. I'm gonna restart the timer and start the timer for. They suggest about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. I found that 3 minutes and 20 seconds work very well. And what I'm using a Colombian coffee. So I'm using I'm using an espresso blend, which is a blend of 3 different coffees. And you can really choose your own. You have to experiment with your coffee. I'm using 3 minutes and 20 seconds for the 3 different kinds of coffee I have. Currently I have some espresso, and I have a Colombian Agostino, and I have an Ethiopian coffee, and I'm using 3 minutes and 20 seconds of brew. So now I'm just waiting, and the coffee is now sealed inside the Cafflano Kompact, and I'm waiting for it to brew properly, and then I'm just going to enjoy a nice cup of black coffee, unadulterated. And what you want to look for is an oily, mouthful coffee that is really rich without any debris in the actual coffee itself. So we're about 1 minute and 15 seconds. So you want to always have the water, if you can get a perfect temperature, you want to have 95 degrees of water. Some people will want to tell you 90 to 95 or 85 to 95. I'll say go for 95, because you're using a manual device that is not necessarily a heat insulating device. So go for 95 so that when you get your cup of coffee, you're actually drinking a coffee that is at 90 degrees or 85 degrees. You don't want it to be colder than that and lose some of the actual joy of drinking the coffee itself. So you want to do that, and you always want to get a ratio of approximately 1 to 10 and get the right amount of coffee, which is 1/10 of your cup, the coffee grind or the coffee beans themselves. If you use this is the Hario MSS1, the grinder. This is the cup that holds the coffee ground, and the cup has a 1 cup and 2 cup markings. If you don't have a scale, you can use this. And the 1 cup I found to be about 17-18 grams, and it's actually pretty good for this kind of device, for espresso shots and the like. Usually people use about 18 grams. I just think that 18 grams is not good enough for me, so I use 20 grams because I like it to be a bit more intense. And so we're now 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm gonna get my cup that I'm gonna drink with, and I'll pour some hot water in the cup first so that I heat the walls of the cup, so the cup itself will not actually take away from the heat of my coffee itself. And we're now about 3 minutes, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9, 10, so 10 more seconds to go. And I like to do this sort of action at the end. And 18, 19, and so 20 seconds. I'll open my coffee, make sure this is properly sealed, and just flip and apply pressure. So I like to rest my head on top of this. This might be a little bit funny, and that's it. I don't do anything. I don't do active pressure. This will just apply uniform pressure on the device. It's gonna slow down as it comes towards the end, but I won't apply any more pressure, and I'll just leave this uniform weight on top of the device until it squeezes all the way down. So it's still squeezing a little bit. It's still squeezing. I think that's it. So that's the first squeeze, and you can know by air starting to hiss outside. I like to squeeze it again to make sure I get all the water, but some people will tell you don't do that. Once the air hisses outside, you don't want to squeeze again because you don't want to get that over-infused coffee at the end. I don't mind it. I think it tastes the same. I tried it both ways. And so this is what my cup of coffee looks like. And I gotta tell you, it smells like a cup from heaven. It's quite impressive. And thank you for watching.